Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another mixed Manny chat. Because blue moon today, super moon today, and Labor Day weekend, I wanted to do something that could encapsulate both of those occasions. And so I've got my blue, my red, not too much white, but I've got stickers with moons, stars, and all the good stuff. And then electric orbit, because why not? It looks so fun. Party time, all that. Let's get started. I want to try to keep this to a one-parter, but we'll see, First things first, let's get down with the French tips, because I plan on creating my own French tips, and I just realized I need to grab a penny for creating my own French tips with the leftovers I have of Lagoon, which is the blue you see up there. So, but I'm going to use this one. This one's called Happy Holidays. One of the holiday sets from prior year that I had used, and hoping that the leftovers are still going to be good. So let's hope. So far, very sticky, so should be workable. I did already prep my nails. What did I use as a base this time around? I used Nail Aid Collagen Maximum Builder. Those Nail Aid products, I really like them. You can get them relatively inexpensive at Walmart. And I have a guest, Belle, my favorite Disney princess. Not because she fell in love with a beast, but because she loves to read, and she's just in her own little world, and I tend to be like that a lot. Plus, the movie itself was really fun with the talking and dancing furniture and all that, so yeah. But, so, Panda Bear's been real busy not being on Instagram, and apparently I had sent him like a bajillion Instagram like videos and stuff that he hadn't seen yet, so we've been working through all of that for him to see what I sent him, and we finally finished last night, so he's now all caught up to the current. But yeah, the ways we spend our time is however we choose to spend it, right? And so that's what we did. But yesterday was kind of frustrating because I hadn't used my Instant Pot in so long that it was just sitting there, and I agreed to cook for my family. And so when I went to go cook, I started grabbing ingredients. Didn't have all the ingredients that the recipe called for, but that's never really an issue, because typically what I'll do is I kind of improvise. I'll take a recipe and just kind of like just change things up depending on what we have at home. So that wasn't the issue. The issue, though, was when it was time to pressure cook and, you know, put the lid on, seal it, all that good stuff. The little knob to seal the lid was missing. And we turned the house upside down. I was super stressed out, and Panda Bear helped, my mom helped, couldn't find it no matter where we looked, and we had to just call it, like, okay, it's gone, like somehow it's gone. So had to change up the recipe, we were making pork chops. I was making pork chops. And so couldn't pressure cook it and had to pan fry it instead. Ended up being dry. I don't like cooking pork chops because of this reason, and pressure cooking it would have helped retain some of the moisture and be more tender and less dry, but because that knob was missing, couldn't do it. But of course, right when I'm done, like practically finished cooking each of the pork chops, I found the knob in the most in my face place I could find it too. And it was just one of those days where it was like, wow, like, yeah, it's time to clock out for the day. So needless to say, the gravy ended up tasting really great, and the potatoes my mom made tasted really great with the gravy. The pork, dry, but edible, but dry. But we still had a good dinner, so that's all that really matters. But all I know is I'm like, no more offering to cook during the week for sure. And I mentioned I was going to try to head over to Get Fit Factory to finally check out that workout studio, but didn't quite make it yesterday because I was on one, knowing that the supermoon, blue moon, is happening this week. It's happening today and tomorrow. Likely kind of didn't help the crazy, but yeah, so that happened, and now I'm like trying to remember, wait, hold on, what was I going to do with, was I going to do red here? I think I was going to do red here. I think I'm going red, blue, red, blue, red. So yeah, so let's do that and make sure I get this correct. Sometimes I tend to start talking and then I completely forget what I was going to do with my nails. So trying to do a simple French tip, but keeping it with the theme for what's happening right now. So, you know, patriotic for Labor Day. Although I really don't know if patriotic for Labor Day really makes the most sense. But it's what I'm doing. And I've been keeping super busy with work. Started doing some training again for my employees, and went down a rabbit hole of researching like the history of disability insurance and all of that. And yeah, it was just a lot of history on, you know, employment and introducing disability insurance into the work world and all of that. So interesting stuff that I've needed to be reminded of as far as the progress that has come from it. That's the industry that I work in for my day job, and for my hobby, helping my sister-in-law Carla sell Color Street, which is why I make these videos. Also, I like having these videos for me because I can go back in time, go, hey, what was happening that day when I was doing this patriotic looking Manny? You know, what was happening in my life? And I'm able to kind of look back. So yeah. But if this is your first time here, thanks for watching. Hopefully it provides you good entertainment. I just do my nails and talk about life. That's basically it. Nothing out of the ordinary here. But yeah. I was tempted to use a Lillian Fox set. So I had this set called Freedom Calling. And it was also very patriotic looking. But I want to save it for next year's 4th of July, I feel like. I should probably show it to you too. Show you guys what I'm talking about. So let me just grab it really quick here. In my Lillian Fox binder, I've purchased from them so much that I have different colored foxes made into a rainbow. But it's another type of... There are a couple of patriotic sets. So there's this one, American Sweetheart. That's very patriotic. But there was one called Freedom Calling that... Here it is. With the little butterflies and all of that. And I was tempted to use that one. Oops, sorry for the shaking camera. I was tempted to use that one, but then I talked myself out of it because I want to save it for next year. So yeah, that's how I settled on the one I'm doing now, with some of my Color Street leftovers, as well as, you know, Electric Orbit was a set that I traded Brina, someone I know from Facebook, who's also into Color Street and part of some of the Facebook groups I'm in for Color Street. She and I traded. She got Virtual Views, I got Electric Orbit. The set was from the July Color Street Color Play Electric Fest box, and I feel like I got a great deal because Virtual Views, the one that she wanted, which was from the Virtual Resort, I think that was February box, only had 12. It was like a 6, so 6 times 2, 12, but this one's a 16, so 8 times 2. So I feel like I got the better end of that bargain. But then again, I don't think she cared very much for this Electric Orbit, and I love Electric Orbit, so that was cool. I love doing that when there are sets that I'm like, oh, I don't care about trading. Like, I could totally trade that for something else, and then I end up loving the set that I traded it for. That makes me happy. So, don't know if Brina watches my videos, but shout out to Brina if she does. But yeah. Alright. We are super quick on this because it's going to be so simple. Sometimes it's nice to have a simple Manny to just kind of go about your day after doing it. Not all of my Mannies are like complicated ones, although I do end up doing a lot of those for mixed Mannies because why not? I mean, doing my own manicures is like my me time, and so it doesn't really matter how much time it takes to do them. Typically like on a weekend day or a late weeknight or in the wee hours of the weekday mornings. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but just basically saying that I really enjoy doing my Mannies. Alright, so the thing with this one, because I have to cut my own tips, is that I'm going to try to use 1 for 2 fingers. So, going to take the plastic off first, trace the penny, and then cut it. I'm still like in my head debating, like, do I put those stickers down first and then throw electric orbit like over it, or do I throw electric orbit down first and then put the stickers and then use a liquid top coat? So we'll see. We'll see once I get the rest of the tips down, laid down, what I'm going to end up doing. But pretty sure I'm going to lay down electric orbit first. Because if I lay down the stickers first, electric orbit's going to totally cover up some of the stickers, I feel. And that would defeat the purpose of having a cute design. So I think it's decided. Ooh, is that enough? That might not be enough. Okay, let's throw this up a bit more. Up here like that, and then cut it. Any fun plans for Labor Day? If you guys are watching this before Labor Day, comment below. I get to see my niece Emmeline perform in her latest ballet recital, so I'm excited about that because I get to go to the San Diego area and go watch her perform, so that is going to be fun. Oh shoot, my nail is like busted up right there. What did I touch to have my nail stick up like that? Oy. Oh my goodness. What made that happen? Who knows? But okay, who is calling me? Because that stopped my music. Boo! Boo! Don't call me while I'm recording. There we go. Back to the music. That like almost never happens. It really is certainly a blue moon, super moon, because weird things are happening that are out of the ordinary. And I know I was watching yesterday Tara Stoddard. If you don't watch her channel, I'll link it below. But I was watching her video, and she was also being bombarded by phone calls while recording, which, like I said, is usually not the norm for me. So I don't know what it is, but definitely has to, I want to say it has to do with the supermoon. Crazies. Crazies are happening. And then I was told today that the roads were insane out there. So hopefully if you have to drive anywhere, you are being really safe out there, folks, because it's crazy out there. But yeah. Alright, we are almost done with these French tips. Then we could pick out some awesome stickers after we lay down electric orbit. Panda Bear also has tickets for us to go watch the newest Equalizer movie. I'm usually not into like violent movies, but he swears they're really good, and he's gonna have me watch the other 2 movies before we go watch on Labor Day. So that is in my near future, to watch all the Equalizer movies with Denzel Washington. For those that don't know those movies, I don't actually truly know what the movies are going to be about, but I guess I'll find out. I'm having like the hardest time getting through the latest book that I'm listening to, the audiobook, When He Was Wicked. So it is Francesca Bridgerton, Sterling. I don't know. This book hasn't grasped my attention as much as the other. Oh shoot, that one busted off a little bit, chipped right there. I'll have to file that down. But it's not really grabbing my attention as much as the others. The other stories about the other Bridgertons. So, I don't know what it is. If you guys who are watching have read or listened to the audiobooks for the Bridgerton series by Julia Quinn, what were your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the 6th book? So there's a total of 8 books in this series because there are 8 siblings. And yeah, I'm having the hardest time getting through this book. So I don't know what it is, if my head's just not in the right place because of the supermoon or what, but hopefully I'll get through it because I still have 2 more books to get through. And I might just rewatch seasons 1 and 2 of Bridgerton on Netflix just to prepare myself, because I think season 3 will be coming out either at the close of this year or the beginning of 2024. So, gotta be ready. Got to be ready. Okay, I am loving these colors. Okay, and don't comment on it not being even as far as the French tips. Whenever I used to go get Manny's and got French tips, the nail folks never really got them super even anyways, so I'm just so used to like French tips just not being exactly even. So yeah, it looks normal. Laying down Electric Orbit and the stickers and all that will help distract from the fact that they're not quite even. But which Manny Bingle square am I going to fulfill today with this mixed Manny? I'm thinking negative space, because there's going to be a lot of negative space. Although if I throw an overlay on top of it, I guess that still counts as negative space, because there's still some clear nail that you're going to see in that. So yeah. Where are we at? 14 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Let's get through laying these down and then pick out some cute stickers to accompany this Manny. Oh, the one thing about hot weather, hot humid weather, is that sometimes things get a little extra sticky. So, over the weekend, our office had carpet cleaning occur, and it is a very hot summer, even though I don't feel like it's as hot as perhaps other states I've seen weather-wise. But with the heat and with the carpet cleaning, it ended up having a bunch of ants, like a whole mess of ants, show up at my office, all over my desk, the windowsill. It was a hot mess. And Panda Bear had dropped me off super early on Monday because he had to be back home for an appointment, because we were going to get our internet upgraded to a more expensive, like business internet, so that when I work remote, I'm able to better handle like the workload. But when he dropped me off at the office, it was like a little before 7 a.m. and I walked right into a whole army of ants that I had to murder. Yes, I murdered a bajillion ants. And it took over almost like 45 minutes for me to clean up that mess. So that was not fun at all. I have a lot of memorabilia and stuff at my desk, so I had to like remove each and every piece from the windowsill and from my desk and just like wipe everything down and clear off all the dead ants. So yeah, that was a fun morning activity for a Monday, before even getting started on any of my work that day. So not the best way to start a week, but it's okay. And then for those that have been following, my dad, we had taken the catheter out and he was still not able to pee on his own. So unfortunately, Panda Bear had to take him back to the hospital and they had to reinsert the catheter, and they were a little bit rough, and you know, this is the third time he's had to have it reinserted, and so there was a little bit of blood. I know, TMI, but now he has scheduled an appointment with a urologist, so hoping they can perform the needed tests to see what is happening, what is he dealing with, because yeah, it's no fun seeing my dad having to walk around with a catheter. It really reminds me of how life is just, you have one body, like life can change so suddenly. You know, it just started happening when he was with us in Utah when we were babysitting. And yeah, I don't even know why. Not sure what's going on there. But hoping that we can figure things out and that it's fixable. So that is where we're at with that. Not the most pleasant thing to think about, but life is full of ups and downs and upside downs. It's definitely a roller coaster ride. But yeah. Alright, so let's see. How many of these can I use? Are my nails short enough still where I can use one for two? I don't know. They're starting to grow out. So typically what that means is I'm not able to use one strip for two sides. But let's try it anyways and see if it's possible. I know with my pinkies, it's almost always possible. You just saw me do that like just a moment ago, where I'm able to use the one strip for both nails. But my nails are getting longer, as I mentioned, and so it's not always possible to do it with the other fingers. But we shall see if I'm able to do it, especially because this is a clear overlay. Sometimes you can kind of get away with stretching it just a teeny bit. Yep, this one will fit. Yeah, my nails are still short enough where I could do that. Yay! That just means I could potentially save some of the strips for a later time to use, even though Color Street is made as a one-time use application. I still like to try to save it as much as I can, because if I'm not using them, I certainly can use them on my nieces. And especially because I'm going to see my niece Emmeline. She'll be performing in her ballet recital. And she might want her nails done afterwards. I don't know. I'm certainly going to plan for her wanting to have her nails done. But, of course, it's really up to her. I'm just there to do it if she wants me to. But yeah. 6 minutes. Hey, we might make it. We might make it. I know some of this cleanup work sometimes takes a lot of time. But it's worth it, because then it looks real nice. In the nail fees and, of course, in everyday life. So it's worth taking the extra time to clean it up. I know with conventional polish, it's so hard for me to like clean off the edges, and there are things you could buy to like paint on your skin, so that when you're painting your nails, you're able to just peel off that like layer and have a clean looking mani. But then there's that wait time for drying and all that, and I just don't have the patience for it. I have more of the patience of picking at these dry nail strips than I do with painting my nails. Alright, so that means I could possibly try this one and see if this fits. Ah! Go in the trash bin. I'm still looking very much forward to Color Street's supposed to launch a mascara. Oh, this is going to be too short. In September, so I'm looking forward to that, because I really want to find a good mascara. I don't currently have a favorite yet, and that would be great if Color Street's mascara is super awesome. I will definitely buy it and test it out and let you all know. Maybe do a on-screen test comparing it to whatever mascara I'm currently using. But also, the closer we get to the month of September, the closer we get to Halloween. I think I sort of kind of want to be a Ninja Turtle for Halloween. But, like, from the new movie. So, when they're not dressed up as Ninja Turtles, but when they're dressed up as normal, like, people. You'll only get it if you've seen the new movie, but, yeah. If I do that, then all I really need to do is paint my face green and wear some human clothes that match one of the turtles, which I'm thinking I kind of sort of want to dress up as Donatello, even though my favorite turtle from the past was Michelangelo. But the new movie really made me like Donatello. And so I might just have to dress up as him for Halloween. At least that's my current thinking, my current plan. Plans, of course, sometimes change, but for Halloween, I really love getting dressed up. Like, I'm like one of the only ones in my office. There was one year where it was really fun. A lot of us dressed up as Marvel characters from my team, and that was a fun year. A lot of people participated in that. But overall, I think folks are just over it, especially if Halloween lands on a weekday that's like in the middle of the week. It's very hard to get people to dress up. But I love dressing up. So I dress up almost every year for Halloween. Oh shoot, I'm running out of time. You know what? Screw it. Not running out of time. I'm taking my time is what's happening here. And I need to finish off Electric Orbit and then pick out my stickers for this blue moon, super moon occasion. So, is this one gonna fit on my... Nope, that one does not look like it's gonna fit. I'm definitely gonna have a star though. I want a star, but of course, gotta have some moons for the supermoon. Even though it's like a, not like a full moon like the supermoon's going to be, it'll still look very pretty, I feel. Okay. But yes, September is practically upon us, and I am so ready to wave goodbye to summer and hello to fall. Fall, autumn, whatever you want to call it. That is my most favorite season of all because it includes my most favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, I get to have 2 paid holiday days off of work, and it is... Thanksgiving's just like embodies my 3 favorite F's. Family, food, fun. That is what Thanksgiving's all about, and I love it. And also, my second favorite holiday, Halloween, is also in fall, so that is why, plus the fall, autumn leaves, if not in California here, but like, you know, in other states and stuff. So beautiful to see. I love seeing photos of autumn leaves, how they changed to such vibrant colors. Mother Nature. What a lady. But yeah. Very looking forward to fall. This heat can just go away. I'm done with the hot. Not to say that I want it to be cold either, but fall is like the best weather because it's not hot and not cold here in California at least.